Hello everyone, welcome back to Newcastle Fans TV. You like the layout? Cooler, we're going to start using them at live events. We've had them for a while, just never really got around to use them, but here we are. And I've got to get off my chest, I'm sorry, but I'm just... Yuzal, especially long-term subscribers. It's very rare to do a transfer rumour video because it's easy clickbait, it's easy views on YouTube, it's a way method of YouTubers of getting the views up. I hate it. I can't stand it because 99% of them are all fake and don't want the channel being labelled as fake news and what have you. Don't get me wrong, we do the odd one or two, but it's not like others are blasting it. And then I'm talking like big channels as well do it as well, but it's lazy content. Rumours about Kieran Trippier's off to Bayern Munich. Joshua Kimmich is coming. Alexander Isak's off to Arsenal. We're after Onana from Everton. We've got no money. There's been a burglary, Joe Linton. Joe Linton's out for the season. Joe Linton might never play for Newcastle again if he gets sold. Bruno's going to get sold. Do you know what it is? That's just literally the past 7 days. Are you not sick of it? Because Christ almighty, there's so much crap amongst transfer rumours. And obviously we know that Darren Eales has come out and said that it could potentially we'll have to sell a star. But that's been blown way out of proportion the past couple of weeks. It has, he's only just said it may have to come to that. If a stupid bid comes in, of course you look at it. Look at Chelsea, look at Arsenal, look at Man United, look at Liverpool down the years. They've all sold some of their big players, but it helps the way to bring trade in. Obviously, Javier Manquillo is very, very close. If not, it may be announced the next day or two that he's joined Celta Vigo, and it looks like, and again I say allegedly, that we'll have no transfer fee from, but we've just got him off the wages and he's way down the pecking order, and hopefully one or two, the likes of Isaac Hayden. I did a video on the loan the other day, and hopefully he gets out. But there's so many just flying and running, it's like, bollocks, is it? Bollocks, is it? The only official news that the club have done is, and it doesn't affect FFP because you can put money in at the women's, is that the lasses have made 3 signings the last week or so. And we knew, thanks to Joe, we knew that the third signing was literally just to be announced. So we got a heads up from that. But that's the only official business that's happening. It's beyond a joke, man. It's just beyond a joke, the amount of crap that's going around. And now we get used to it, don't get me wrong, because we are. But Newcastle aren't going to go crazy this January transfer window. Eddie Howe's already said it. Or is that just so buyers don't think that Newcastle have got much money, so they'll lower the price, or is it a game of poker, what have you? But somebody who I do want to talk about, and this is not a dig at Craig Hope, because I do want to bring up his Twitter profile, because he seems to be getting so much traction on, especially Twitter at the moment, and whether he's got an insider who's feeding him information, and it's not always true. We've seen that with the smoke screen last summer with Barello. We weren't even nowhere near Barello then. Literally a couple of days later we signed Tonali, so the club have given out false information for the press to leak, and not all of it's true. So whether that's part of the journey, I don't know if you're not someone genuine, but he seems to rush and get it out before everybody else does. I'm thinking to myself, why hasn't the likes of Keith Downey, I know Downey's not a journalist, he's a reporter, or, the two athletic lads, why aren't they rushing to get it out, or Martin Hardy, or I could go on, the Chronicle lads and what have you. So why aren't they breaking in the story? Why is it always Craig Hope? So, I'm happy for Craig to answer that as well, but because it just seems a bit, don't know, there's a story, let's rush and get it out, whether it's good or bad. Is it true or not? Remember Steve Bruce called Craig out at that press conference away at West Brom. He wasn't happy about the story lies that Steve Bruce said about Alan Saint-Maximin, that he had a bust up with him, and he didn't. But we want to check his timeline, and I say it's not a dig at Craig Hope at all, but there seems to be a lot coming from him, whether it's true or not. I want to know what you think in down below. So just after the Man City game, Newcastle star Joe Linton was burgled whilst watching the game. That wasn't just Craig, that was everybody else. And I wanted to highlight one of them. Joe Linton will now likely miss the rest of the season. NUFC will decide surgery's best option. Hardy strengthens hand. Calvin Phillips negotiations, and message today was nothing had changed. Message last week was doubtful and unlikely happen. Others explored, but I still wouldn't rule it out. Being at the FA Cup Youth, which is his game number 45 this season. It's a good record. I'm in the 50s though. Hoping to beat my own personal record of 72 last season for men and women. But yeah, it's a good achievement for a journalist. Mind you, we have to pay for ours, mind. Joe Linton could have played his last game for Newcastle amid contract standoff. Surgery next week, ruling him out for the season. 18 months left on his deal, but wage demands too high. Club will be forced to sell him in the summer if no resolution. Come back to this video. That was Craig Hope who said that. Come back to that, okay, in the summer. Because I very much doubt that Joe Linton wants to leave. He seems very, very happy at Newcastle United. His brotherhood with Bruno is just brilliant. And then he goes on like to another one, a shortlist of around 5 names being drawn up this month, including Bournemouth's Philip Billen for Newcastle to go and get. Newcastle don't want to sell Joe Linton, and Eddie Howe certainly doesn't, but a genuine situation exists what needs a resolution. At present, club or player are far too far awaiting the salary expectation. And there's more. Calvin Phillips to Newcastle as it stands, very unlikely. We know about that. There is some talk that Crystal Palace are looking at that. Who knows where he's going to go? But no approach from Bayern Munich for Kieran Trippier. I'm told the idea of him leaving the club will not be entertained. And Newcastle injury update, positive news. Willock 2-3 weeks away. Wilson no doubt for Fulham, but hopeful for Villa. Murphy nearing a return. Anderson scan, good news, but it's 6 weeks before he's back. But that's just the past week that Craig Hope has come up with. And again, it's not a dig at Craig Hope, because he always seems, and if you look through his timeline, you go further back, he seems to be the one journalist that rushes to get everything out. And whether it's, good or bad, it seems to be a story. I've just went through the timeline. There's a mixture of good and bad days. My phone's gone crackers doing there, WhatsApp galore. But look, it's silly season. It is, even though it's January. Look, if you ask me, realistically, I think Newcastle will probably only make one signing, which you'll see a lot of flutter and movement around the Premier League in Europe towards the end of the transfer window when players know that aren't going to play towards the end of the season. That tends to happen a lot. But, we've already, looks like Mankio's at the door. Isaac Hayden should be coming soon. Maybe another one, who knows. But as I say, it's all speculation unless you follow Newcastle women like I do. They've made 3 signings, which is great. We'll have to wait and see. So there you go. I'm just fed up of it. Just fed up of it. And does Craig Hope have a mole? Is the club giving him information just to say that they can leak it out? Where it's, it's bad press, good press, or I don't know. Only Craig Hope can answer that. And of course, he's not going to give his source away. Of course he isn't. But there you go, everyone. That's it from me. And obviously, we'll be back. I'll be with you for the NUFC women game. Of course, they are. If you're not doing that as well, come along, Kings of Park. 2 o'clock kickoff in the league against Nottingham Forest. So sitting third. So it's a big game, a very big game. And I'll be bringing you a vlog, highlights, and of course, Joe will be as well. That's it from me, everybody. Let us know what you think of these. I'll just get out of the way where you can see them. Canny, aren't they? So we're going to be doing them with some interviews. So, yeah. Drop us a like for that, everyone. Watch it as a day and see you, everyone. Bye-bye.